It's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for December 2024. So on December 1st, we are wasting no time. We're jumping right into this brand new month with a brand new energy with a new moon in Sagittarius. So this new moon in Sagittarius is definitely kicking off the month in an optimistic, positive kind of way. We are very futuristically focused on the goals, the visions, the dreams that we want to start pursuing, that we want to start manifesting, and we are going to be refining the details of what that goal, vision, and dream actually is. So the new moon in Sag will reach its peak potency at 1:22 a.m. the Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to have this new moon in Sagittarius pop off at 9 degrees 33 minutes of the sign. I think it's very interesting, and if you haven't listened to December's energy forecast as of yet, or your zodiac forecast as of yet, or downloaded your December energy guide as of yet, I think you should. But I think it's super interesting that we're actually starting December off on a Sunday. That is a powerful placement. We're starting it off on a huge note with this powerful fire energy. And again, if you want to download the moon guide, side note, the moon guide is changing as well. We're moving more into a manifesting area than the shadow work area. I think we've kind of all done that. Download that moon guide as well. There's lots of downloads. You know, when certain months kick off in this way, there's a lot of resources. It can be very overwhelming to kind of dive into all of the things and absorb all of the information. However, all the resources are there for you to kind of sort through. You can find them on my website. You can find them on my Patreon. They're there for you. But in the moon guide, this new revised type of moon guide, you're going to realize that we are fire dominant. We have 5+ Chiron placements in this fire energy, and then equal air, water, and earth supporting that. And so fire energy is a spark, a fire, a flame, a change, a transformation, a passion, a desire, a creative spark that kind of gets triggered in our soul space. And so this is a time for insight. This is a time for building, cultivating action, passion, desire for the dreams, the goals, the visions that we 100% want to pursue. So it's going to be a little bit of a pep in our step, if nothing else. And of course, because Jupiter is in his rulership over the Sag energy and Sag season, this is going to be magnified, very intense, very over-exaggerated at times, a little bit extra. We also have to keep in mind that Jupiter is currently retrograde, again, reflecting back in this Gemini energy that sits across from Sagittarius energy, meaning that there are a lot of answers that we are looking for, clarity that we're looking for our future vision that could be found in the past. And so we have to do the reflective kind of reanalyzing, reframing work to look back at particular tough love life lessons, at particular learning chapters, pluck out those silver linings and see where it is that we have all of this information, wisdom, and knowledge within us. We're just failing to integrate it. This is the time that we are going to be integrating it. And of course, with Mercury also retrograde, there is a lot of focus on kind of picking apart the finer details that are going to make up the greater, grander picture. That is that Sag energy. And so this is, again, bridging the gap from Scorpio season to Capricorn season. Scorpio season being, of course, the ending of the old world, the reignition, the renewal, the rebirth of the soul and the spirit. The Sag energy acts as the exploration, the experimentation phase that we need to kind of push ourselves into to bust out of our comfort zone, push the boundaries of our comfort zone. And then by the time that we move through the solstice energy, when the sun moves into Capricorn, we are going to be able to actually anchor the ideas, the goals, the visions, the dreams into not only our mental plane and our heart space, but into the physical form. We're going to be able to realize it, and then we're going to be able to start materializing it in order for us to be setting ourselves up for long-term success, long-term energy and efforts towards this goal, vision, and dream that we are going to be kind of gaining some insight and clarity upon under this new moon in Sag. So this is about us dreaming big, kind of giving ourselves permission to move into la la land, to imagine the type of realm and reality that we want to be living in and who is taking part with us in this vision and what we're doing and the energy behind it and how we feel about it. we have to think of all of those things. All of those things need to be checked off in order for us to actually manifest. But the problem with the Sag energy is that we're so focused on where it is that we want to end up that we're not as focused on the plan to actually get us there. And so, as great as it is to kind of focus on the greater, grander goal, vision, and dream, we do have to put a little bit of energy into getting focused, which is a really hard thing to do under the Sagittarius energy. We got to get focused on the actual goal, on the target, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it feels like, what it tastes like. All of the senses need to be activated in order for us to kind of get that focus, get that goal, get that target, so that we can start building towards it. We have a lot of optimism, a lot of positive vibes working in our favor because, again, Jupiter being the ruler over the Sag energy, that's just what they bring to the table. But this is also about our belief system. As Sagittarius kind of rules over our belief system, what do we actually believe that we can achieve? What do we actually believe to be true? We're standing in a new truth, again, with this new version of self now kind of anchored in. We believe something different than what we were believing in just a couple of months ago. We are getting to know thyself. We are healing thyself, which means that we have a stronger belief system to actually lean back upon. And so whatever it is that we can believe in, we should be able to achieve that as well. Now, we're also looking for deeper meaning. We're looking for a greater mission, greater purpose to whatever it is that we're doing. We have to kind of remember that the Sag energy connects us with the people, with the world around us. We understand that we are merely a drop in the ocean, if you will. And a drop has a ripple effect that can very much impact the greater, grander ocean. And we are, in fact, that drop. And we are, in fact, trying to figure out how we can be in our own lane, in our own alignment with our own mission, with our own goals, visions, and dreams, and how they may actually impact the greater, grander collective for the positive. Again, this is time to experiment. This is time to explore with new thoughts, new ideas, new chapters, new paths, new directions. This is a time because we are in a mutable season where, again, we're flexible. We're more adaptable to kind of going with the flow and kind of rolling with the punches than anything else. But mutable energy enforces change. It enforces improvement. We're kind of taking a good look at where it is that, again, Scorpio season would have identified what needed to die. The Sag energy is going to focus on what needs to grow. And the Capricorn season that we will be moving into after Sag season is going to help us plant those seeds. And so this is a brand new learning chapter. This is a brand new opportunity for us to kind of get out into the world. And if you download the Moon Guide, first of all, you're going to understand that all this fire energy is actually creating a grand fire trine, which is a beautiful thing between the sun and the moon, having that conjunction, trining with Mars in this Leo energy, the heart and soul of the zodiac, also trining with the North Node in Aries energy, trying to get us on the right path, trying to get us heart aligned, trying to get us in alignment with our purpose, our soul's mission, our soul's potential. So we got that going for us. But there are some cons, as there always are. The cons highlight the growing pains. And we are in a square with Mr. Saturn, the Lord of Karma. Now, although that's going to bring a little bit of a reality check, a little bit of a negative narrative to this, positive outlook and these, dreamy thoughts, Saturn is also offering us an opportunity to get organized in our thoughts, organized in our emotions, organized in the vision that we have. We have to build a proper structure in order to bring some of these plans, goals, and visions to life. And although it doesn't feel good to be blocked and challenged and restricted and limited and held back, because that's what Saturn does, we do need all of those things because we can't just go out in the world hot to trot, just kind of doing the things that we feel need to be done in that moment. We have to come up with a plan. The days of flying by the seat of our pants are gone. We have to be a little bit more realistic, a little bit more logical and practical on how we're going to chase some of the dreams that we're currently piecing together. So there are some very positive interactions really helping us to grow, helping us to evolve, helping us to cultivate this new fire, spark, and flame within us. And there are some cons that are preventing us from taking action too soon. We need to be very well calculated. We have to have a well thought out plan, and we have to be slow and steady in the way that we approach the changes that we are currently making. So again, I'm going to invite you to download the Moon Guide, download all of the resources, listen to all the forecasts, listen to all the information that I've put out, and stay in alignment with this particular energy so that, again, we can avoid being dragged. It is definitely better to roll than to be dragged.